we want to talk about why couples counselling might not work for you. This could be marriage therapy, marriage counselling, couples counselling, any of those modalities. We want to talk about why it might not work, because in our experience, in our coaching business, helping a lot of couples with our programs, online courses and one-on-one coaching, we have found a lot of couples who have been to therapy or been to counselling and it hasn't worked for them. And so we've done a lot of research and got a lot of data as to why that might be the case. And we want to share some of that stuff with you. And the first thing I want to share is that with counselling and with therapy, a lot of it, 95% of it, is from your conscious mind. You're sitting down with someone and you're talking face to face, and it's all about the logical stuff. That obviously you talk about emotion, but it's all in your conscious mind.
From the mind.
You're thinking, you're talking and thinking. And the trouble with that is science has now proven that 95% of your life is created from your subconscious mind, not your conscious mind. So when you're going to counselling or you're going to therapy, you're actually only working on 5% of your mind. The other 95% is done through other practices, which is what we share in our programs.
And often talking about it triggers your nervous system to bring it back into that moment. So I don't know if you've ever heard this, but it's a very common saying that if you talk about the problem, you'll recreate the problem. So talking about the problems, talking about the arguments, talking about what he's not doing, what she's not doing, you're probably already doing that in your relationship. You don't really need to go and see a counsellor to do it with them as well. And that's what we found. We were already doing the talking. We were already talking about it. I had no problem letting him know what he wasn't doing or what I wanted, and vice versa. But it wasn't getting us closer to the solution, because you get what you focus on. So we were focused on the problem, so we got more problems. So we found we had to do the opposite. We needed to empower ourselves with skills, tools, more understanding, and not just from the logical. We had to engage our hearts, our bodies. We had to learn how to open up and to drop the resistance.
And use some new modalities. So apart from just talking, there were some other modalities that we had to learn, which actually helped us to access the other 95% of our subconscious, which then enabled us to change.
And it's a more holistic approach to dealing with your relationship. That's what we really teach and we share with couples. And some of those tools and modalities we used were breath work, meditation, sitting in stillness, self-inquiry.
Some really powerful questions in combination with the breath work and the meditation
and
really help to...
cacao as well. Cacao has been a really powerful tool to help us get out of our heads and into our heart, because the thing is, the truth is that transformation doesn't happen in your head. Your ego, your mind does not want to transform. It wants you to stay the same.
It wants to protect you, it wants to keep you safe, and it wants everything to stay the same. It doesn't want you to grow and change and become more. That's the power of your subconscious.
So to access that, you've actually got to get into your body. You've got to reconnect to yourself. It's really about getting your mind and your body in alignment and creating a powerful connection between your mind and your heart and your body. In today's world and in a lot of these therapies, there's too much value placed on the mind. And what we found from feedback from a lot of couples, because we've worked with a lot of couples who have done counselling or have done therapy, but the feedback we get is they understood logically. So they knew I shouldn't do that, or that wasn't a great idea, or this is why that went that way. They understood it logically, but they didn't know how to then shift it in their reality. They didn't know how to show up in a different way, because even though they understood it, there were still things they felt about that experience that they needed to process. And our bodies are living libraries. You're literally storing energy and emotion in your body. And if you're just making sense of it and then pushing it down and suppressing it, this has happened to you before. Something bad's happened in your relationship and you can make sense of it, but it still hurts. There's still a feeling inside of you that's not going away, because you don't think your feelings, you feel your feelings. So this is where we engage breath work, meditation, energy work, working with the energy to help clear those blocks from within you, so that you can open up space to see it differently and show up differently. And so for us, it's, yes, awareness is so important, but that's the first step. So from your logical mind, you can have the awareness, but then you need to embody it.
Yeah.
You need to learn how to implement it and be that change, not just know it. There's a big difference between knowing something and doing it.
Yeah.
Or understanding something and embodying it. There is a big difference. So that's the difference with how we work with couples. Yes, we talk to the couples, but it's very much focused on the solution, not the problem. And it's about giving them the skills, the tools, and empowering them to show up in their relationship differently. And to learn the fundamentals of a relationship, which you've never been taught. So there's no wonder you're having problems in your relationship. But for us, it's really about engaging the mind, the body, and the heart. There is a big focus for us on the work we do, coming back to your heart.
Yeah.
Really coming back to your heart. Men and women that connect from their heart have a completely different connection. Conversations go a completely different way when you engage the heart. When your focus is heart-centered, it's a completely different conversation to when you're in your head. One of our mentors used to say to us, stay in your head and you're dead.
Yeah.
Because nothing grows. There's so much resistance. There's so much objection, defense, all of those things. And they're all barriers to love. So, you know, our job is to really break those barriers down, and you don't do that from your mind. There's embodiment that needs to happen. So,
definitely. So if you're currently thinking about going and seeing a marriage counsellor or getting therapy sessions, we're not advising you against it at all. Maybe it'll work great for you. So definitely go and check it out. But if you are looking for an alternative that's going to support you to access that 95% subconscious of your mind, and have the practical tools, the logical mind, combined with the subconscious power of breath work and meditation to help get it into your body so you actually make the change in your relationship, then check out all of our programs. There's links down below in the description.
Yeah, there's a free ebook, and it talks about the differences and why it doesn't work for so many people. But like Adam said, do the work on your relationship. Don't hope, pray, and wait, or even give up. Do the work on your relationship and find something that works for you. Like the couples that we work with actually enjoy working on their relationship. You know, have you ever heard of anyone going, I love going to relationship counselling, or I'm really excited about our relationship therapy session this weekend? Like, it doesn't happen. You normally have to drag one partner there. I mean, if that's not a sign that it's probably not what you both want to do, it's probably not the best for you, then I don't know what is. Like, working on your relationship, it takes you deciding to want to do it. If you're already being dragged there, it's pretty much a sign that you're not feeling like that's the best option for you. And you need to listen to that and think outside the box. There are so many other ways now to improve your relationship and work on your relationship. We've got an app coming out soon to support couples, you know, in their day-to-day life. Like, there is so many ways to support your relationship. We don't need to be dragging each other or forcing each other to do things we don't even want to do.
Exactly. And our programs are all online as well. So this is something you can do from the comfort of your own home. Even if you've got kids around, you can still get the benefit of it. You haven't got to go to an actual physical session and sit down with someone.
And book an appointment.
And get your kids with your friends or your family so that they're looked after. It's very flexible and it's a great way to get started. So
we've literally taken down so many of the objections and made it so easy for you to work on your relationship. And it needs to be easy because we understand you're busy and you've got lots going on. So literally, if you've been waiting for something that makes it easy for you to work on your relationship, this is the answer for you. There is so much empowerment. There's so much support. There's so many tools. That's the feedback that we get from our clients all the time. I felt so supported. I had all the tools. My relationship looks so different to how it looked at the start. I didn't know that this could be possible for us. You know, they're with the same people, but it's a completely different relationship. They're learning things and their mind is blown. They're like, I never learned this. Like, it makes so much sense. And I actually am able to do this. I can show up differently because you're teaching me, you're showing me. There's a demonstration. Like, humans, we learn through demonstration. And me and Adam share our struggles, share our experience, and show and demonstrate how we've made the change. And so couples believe that they can do it too. I mean, you've experienced this. If you want something and then you see somebody like you, who, you know, might be married, have kids, a couple has what you want, you then believe you can have it. And that's the power of doing this work and working on your relationship in these smaller communities. You know, we have a beautiful community that we work with, and, you know, it's really powerful. We all grow together. So check it out. There's so much help available to you. And honestly, if counseling hasn't worked for you, it's okay. Like, don't feel like you're wrong, you're broken, you're failing. Like, because for some people, it just does not work. It's too logical and they don't know how to make the shift. So don't feel that. Just look at alternatives. And we've got some down below that you can check out. And just keep doing the work on your relationship, because love matters. Your relationship matters.
It does. So if you like this, guys, please like and share this video, like and subscribe. And check out those links down below, and we'll see you in the next video.